Hope you can see me okay. I really have to invest in one of those selfie sticks. I promised myself I would never do that, but if I keep making these videos, I might have to. So I just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about vision, what it means to have vision and how important vision is, and why it's so important, that we have vision in order to fulfill goals in our lives. And just to give you a quote out of the Bible says that without vision, my people will perish. And there's so many studies that have been being done about the importance of visualizing. There's something that's called visualization now, and a lot of the Olympic athletes, NFL athletes, a lot of athletes are doing it where they actually close their eyes and they mentally visualize themselves in a certain game situation, or any game situation that might happen. They kind of visualize themselves in that situation, and they visualize themselves doing, making the play, or cheering at the end of the race, looking at the clock and seeing that their time is where they want their time to be. They feel this, as they're visualizing, they actually, they see themselves celebrating and being happy and feeling the happiness. And I know it sounds a little bit hokey pokey, and I was actually hesitant about sending you this video because, I know it sounds a little bit hokey pokey, but what I want to share with you is my experience that I had with visualization, and really what I want to talk to you about is making a vision board. And it's something that I did years ago, and I had just really like if you ask me, miraculous results from it. And it touches on the spiritual side of things. You guys know I'm all about mind, body, spirit. And but again, it's not really out there in the spirit sense because it's becoming part of the norm. A lot of people are doing it, and the importance of it really just makes sense if you think about it. How can you go to where you want to go if you don't even know where you want to go? You got to kind of see the end. Like, well, what are my goals? Where do I want to go? Or else you're kind of just chasing your tail. It kind of makes sense that way. All big companies and successful people, they all write their visions out, and they put it on paper. It's so important to either write it on paper, make a vision board. There's something very powerful about actually doing that. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit about I'm going to show you my vision board a little bit. Okay, so here's part of my vision board, and the cool thing about a vision board is that it's personal to you. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You can make it very practical and literal. You can make it depthful. Each picture, each work, I have so many different meanings. And so what I want to show you is one of the first experiences I had with this vision board, and I just want to zoom in here to this picture of the guy running in the race. Okay, when I put this picture up, I had just started to really like running. This was years ago. I had just started to really like running, and maybe at this point I might have done a 5K. I might have even done my first 10K. But and that was it. But what I liked about it is this guy's focused. He's determined. He's like almost like in a different world, and he's like, he's running the race. He's running the race of life, and he's gonna get it done. And it just reminds me of how I feel a lot of times when I run. So I put it up there because it inspired me. And now this is the miraculous part I'm talking about, or the cool part, or really like the magical thing that happens when you do vision boards, or you write visions out. Probably about a week after I did this, put this particular picture up there, a client of mine called me, and he said, I'm going to run my first marathon. Do you want to do it with me? And he says, actually, he says they have a half marathon if you want to do that, because he knew I wasn't a big runner at the time. And every excuse in the book came to my head, and then I just came out and said, actually, yeah, I would love to do that. And I didn't ask when it was, didn't ask when. For some reason, I just said, yes, I'll do it. And I committed to it. And it was in about 3 months. And I did it. I ran my first half marathon. And within 3 months, and I did it. I got actually a really good time. And my whole running experience was just like blew up to a whole different level. Later that year, another client wanted to do a triathlon with me. And I said, sure. And now I'm excited about it. I have a passion about running. I want to push myself to another level. So I said, sure. And we ended up doing a half Ironman, which is, if any of you know, is just crazy. For me to do my first triathlon to be a half Ironman is like ridiculous. But again, I like pushing myself. I just was in the groove of doing it. And so what I want to show you, if you notice, he's wearing all black, red, and white. Okay, and again, you guys might be like, oh, Dan, whatever. What's a coincidence, whatever. But there's a story on everything I have on this board. I can give you some kind of story about that's similar to this one. So I'll just show you. I'm going to show you two pictures of me in my triathlon, right? So if you see that I didn't plan that. I didn't purposely get a black and white red gear. And to be honest with you, I bartered with my client whose brother owns a bike shop. So this bike was given to me. And again, so what, Dan? What's the big deal? I just think it's pretty cool that I wasn't even a big runner at the time, and within a year of doing this, you see me doing a half marathon and then a half Ironman, and the clothes are the same color and things like that. And like I said, that's just one story I can tell you. There's a bunch of other things that would happen that would really show me the power of what making a vision board. When I first started this vision board, I had put this picture of the eagle up there, and it means a lot of different things to me. Soaring in life and just really doing the best, and being mentally and spiritually free. And my logo, again, I didn't purposely do this, but my logo ends up being an eagle, as you guys know, in fitness and beyond. And this meant, one of the things this meant for me was financial freedom. And again, I put that up there before I even had my logo, before I had my business. And so it's just pretty cool. Things like this seem to happen. I'm just one person telling you a story. I'm sure if you ask around, if you Google, there'll be a lot of stories similar to this, and the importance of making a vision board and how they actually starts to manifest in your life. Now, you can't just, I'm going to try to turn this around. Hopefully you can see me. Okay. Hopefully you guys see me. You can't just, in my opinion, I think it's a start. It's actually a leap of faith by doing something like this and believing in something like this. But I don't think you could just paste pictures and then all of a sudden things start to happen. You do have to apply yourself somewhat, and the paradox of it is you might actually need blind faith sometimes, just a little bit, to take that first step to actually start towards your vision. So that's my story. Hope you guys aren't weirded out by it. I hope you get something from it. And okay, so let me know if you have any questions, any comments, if you have any vision board stories yourself. I'd love to hear about them, and I would actually love to see you guys do your own vision boards. That'd be great. All right, talk to you guys soon.